What's up, family? Let me get this shared out real quick. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Man, we got 15 of them today. So y'all already know the drill. With that, sharing this out real quick, and we're gonna get right into it. You dig? Okay day yesterday, all right? Starting June off okay, hopefully. So, it is what it is, all right? 1 second. All right, we're gonna jump right into things. Mm-hmm. Let me share that there, and let me share it one more other place. And we finna get right into it. Yes, sir. Let me get a screen pulled up real fast because we about to talk about it. It's important to straight bet, y'all. Man, it's really important to straight bet. How about uh how about Sale and how about the strikeouts yesterday, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, sir. How about the strikeout props though, fam? And what happened to Sale? God damn, he went out there and was about to sell. Either way it go, let's get into it, man. First game on the docket here, we got Milwaukee Brewers at Cincinnati Reds here over under 10 in this spot here. All right. Now, why is it over under 10 when Milwaukee just don't hit lefties? Milwaukee just fucking don't hit lefties, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Because of this ballpark. This ballpark is small as hell. Okay. So home runs could just be popping out of this motherfucker. But you gotta find the bats. I'm not, a big fan of this Williams kids, whatever. Burns, I don't know. He gotta turn things around, I guess. We'll see. However, let's see. Going to prop stack cash here. Looking at the strikeout props here. Corbin Burns, line sitting at 6.5. Cincinnati, they're striking out the sixth most versus right-hand pitching. Now Cincinnati, they hit lefties better than they hit righties. All right, so that's just one thing right there. But checking out some of the right-hand batters versus Cincinnati that's gotten there. Lo and behold, they let Jameson Taillon get there for 5Ks. McCullers got there for 5Ks. Brito, Schmidt, you know what I'm saying? So Perez, Alcantara, Verlander, the people who supposed to got there, okay? Now, they sixth in striking out versus right-hand pitching. I couldn't talk you off of it, okay? So I'm tempted to go there or altering it or something like that. I'm tempted to go there. This ballpark does scare me because of the home runs and shit that they can put up here. So that's one thing that I could, probably couldn't talk you off of. If you're feeling froggy, you can get to his outs prop, but I wouldn't go over 18.5. It's sitting at 17.5 right now. The walks have been a problem for Burns, and then Cincinnati is the fourth in the league in drawing walks. So you at a parlay piece right now at minus 183 on DraftKings, you can get the walks if you wanted to. Okay. He's went over this number in every game except for 3 this season. Hits allowed. He's been giving up hits in a small ballpark. 7 hits. 4.5 hits is not out of realm of possibility. But all these numbers are kind of shaky to me right now. Early this morning, and 1.5 earned runs. I couldn't talk you off that for nobody. Anybody can hit that. You know what I'm saying? But that's a parlay piece as well at minus 185. These lines are really, really fishy to me. A 7.5, a 6.5 strikeout prop for somebody like Burns right now, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I think I've seen his K rate. His K rate was sitting at 22% right now. I didn't look at versus left-handers or right-handers. It splits, but right now his K percentage is at 22%. We know he's got that K stuff, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. I wouldn't take the under because the numbers support it. Let's move on over here to the Oakland. Any bats that I have in this one here? Let me see. Check out my player pool right here. I don't think I put any bats down. I was looking at Contreras though. Contreras from Milwaukee. I was looking at him for a home run. I don't know. I was checking out some of the barrel rates here. William Contreras is one of their best bats versus left-hand pitching. But William Contreras, his barrel rate sitting at 11.2. It's in red there, which means that's good. But like I said, going over here, I could just, before I get off that game, just to let you guys know that this Milwaukee team, they number one in striking out versus left-hand pitching on the season. I don't know if I'll go to Brandon Williams strikeout prop. He at Colorado. That's kind of impressive here. At Colorado, he had 6 Ks. That's kind of impressive. All right. At Colorado, you just don't go in there striking motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? So there's a way. With his out prop is not out right now. The walks have been a problem for him. The hits, the line sitting at 4.5. You could probably hit that. You know what I'm saying? Then the earned run sitting at 2.5. I like to mess around with the 1.5, but the 2.5 is not a real possibilities. It's just that Milwaukee team don't hit lefties well. All right. So 2 of the worst strikeouts team, Milwaukee, worst strikeout team versus left-hand pitching, and then Cincinnati, worst strikeout team versus right-hand pitching. Okay. Both of these strikeouts are in play. I don't know if I'll get to them or not. I couldn't talk off neither one of these strikeouts. Another game where I'm looking at strikeouts here is going to be the Oakland Athletics and the Miami Marlins. We got Harris on the mound, which I don't really know too much about him. And then you got Cabrera on the mound. Cabrera does have good K stuff. As of right now, Cabrera's, I think he's, let's see what he's, I think he's sporting around so right now, this Oakland pitcher, right now he's got a 20% K rate, and then to lefties, his K rate is 28%, but to righties is 17% right there. Okay. He's a lefty right now. So you know what this Miami team hits lefties well. They hit lefties better than they hit righties, and Soler is one of the best hitters in the league versus left-hand pitching. So he'll probably be in my home run category there. Now, Cabrera here, he got a 27% K rate, 26 to lefties, and 27 to righties. So his strikeout prop is in play. It came out at 6.5. I see some 7.5s around the board there. I see some 7.5s, but I don't know if I'll get there. But as far as the strikeouts here, he's went over the 6.5 number only 3 times this season. Oakland is second in striking out versus right-hand pitching on the season. Last 2 weeks, last month, last week, I checked all that. He still looks, they still look like they want to strike out. So even if you want to look at his outs, it's projected at 14.5. I don't think it's coming out at 14.5. I think it's coming out at 17.5. Walks can be a problem for him. Anytime anyone putting people on bases, that means trouble in certain spots. But this Oakland team is not that good. You know what I'm saying? So, but the walks have been a problem for him. I don't go towards the 2.5s. The hits allowed, 3.5 hits allowed at a -140 on DraftKings. I mean, 4 hits is a low number here. All right. So he's 64, 7-11 to this here. I couldn't talk you off of it, man. I could not. 4 hits is a low number here. All right. Earned runs, 1.5, -150. They playing with us. He's 100% to this number on the season. They playing with Baltimore. All it takes is you see where his walks at. I mean, they playing with Oakland. All you see where his walks at is at 2.5. All it takes is a walk and a home run, and bam, he's over that 1.5. He's went over this number every game this season. If you want to take the over, against this weak ass Oakland team, be my guest. All right. But I'm looking at the strikeouts. The only thing about the strikeout prop is he's 6.5 to this. I mean, he's only hit this number 3 times. But like I said, the proof is in the pudding. Oakland is second on the season in striking out. All right. Right-hand batters that went in there and got their numbers. Elder did not. Soroka or Javier surprisingly did not. Hunter Brown went in there, got 10. Gilbert missed on the hook. Bryce Miller got 6. Castillo got 8. Hunter Brown got 9. they just start going upside their motherfucking head right here. But if I'm picking a side in this one here, I'm looking at Miami. Like I said, this Harris kid, I can't really back him. So if I'm betting on this game, it's money line parlays, run line straights, Miami, and then Soler be my favorite bet here. I probably can't take him for nothing but a home run or better. All right. I mean, ain't nothing else better than that. You know what I'm saying? But he's due right now. He's due. He's due again. All right. St. Louis Cardinals at Pittsburgh Pirates here. We got an over under 9.5 in the spot. We got Flaherty on the mound. We got Contreras on the mound here. I'm not too interested in who's going to win this game. I got some bats. I got a couple bats I got to the side here. One of my home, he's a home run candidate for me. It's going to be Jack Sawinski. Okay, he's got 9.971 OPS versus righties. Flaherty gives it up to righties. Okay, and then Brian Reynolds. He's got a switch advantage here. Flaherty giving up over 1,000 OPS, 1438 versus switch there, and then he's hitting righties to the clip of a 8.886 OPS. All right. So I'm looking at Brian Reynolds and Jack Sawinski right there. Those are some of my bats in my player pool, my fantasy player pool. This is my fantasy player pool. I just start throwing bats in throughout the day because I do play DFS. Okay. So those are two of my favorite bats right there. Jack Sawinski would probably be my one guy for the home run. Looking at this here with an over under 9.5. Guys like Goldsmith and Arenado, those guys are self-explanatory. Another bat that I'm really, really wanted to point out would probably be Gorman. Okay, Gorman for St. Louis Cardinals. He almost made my player pool. I might end up putting him back in my player pool. We'll see. All right. Don't forget to look at your this is one of my favorite props here, hits, runs, and RBIs. Don't forget to check that out. So Jack Sawinski, I showed you guys those numbers. Jack Sawinski and Reynolds right now. You can see this discrepancy here. Reynolds, he's more of a better overall hitter than Jack Sawinski. His numbers for hits, run, and RBI for him over 1.5 is going to be minus 145. I still like it. Jack Sawinski, his is plus 100. He's more of that power guy. So I'm looking at Jack Sawinski for a home run. And sometimes when you got, he hits the ball hard, maybe a double or something like that for his total bases or something, But hey, Brian Reynolds and Jack Sawinski are probably two of my favorite bats here. And then Gorman, Gorman is the other guy that I was telling you guys about. You can see his numbers. Look at it, minus 150. So that's favorite for him to get at least a hit. So I like all those guys for at least a hit. I'll just point out the hits, runs, and RBIs. One of my favorite. It's just like PRAs. One of my favorites there. All right. With a game, I don't have a side in this one here, but anytime you get a over under 9.5 or something like that, I'm interested in hits, runs, and RBIs. Philadelphia Phillies at Washington Nationals here. We got Will on the mound. We got Gray on the mound. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. Okay. I'm undecided on the side of this one here. Zach Wheeler pitches good versus the Nationals here. Let me see if I got anything written down here. All right, so heading over here to Draft Dashboard. Props.cash here. Sliding over here to Zach Wheeler here. This K prop is sitting at 5.5. It probably would come out at 6.5 any other day, but this Washington team, as you can see, they 29th in striking out versus right-hand pitcher. They do not strike out much, but hey, can you go in there and get them strike out? Yeah, it is what it is, but they don't strike out much. The outs for him sitting at 18.5. I don't want no parts of that. And then the walks, I don't want to go there. Hits allowed is interesting because this Washington team does play a little small ball. So I don't know if I want to get there, but if they got a chance to win this game with an over under 9 or something like that, then 5.5 hits is not a room of possibilities. 2.5 runs. That I thought would have probably came out at 1.5, but it's at 2.5, and I can see that with a over under of 9 here. Who I was looking at was Gray. Gray outs is interesting. 16.5 at minus 135. He is 55% to this number, 6 of 11. He's hit this number versus the Mets team back when their offense was anemic. The only thing that's scaring me right now is they've picked it up lately. The New York Mets, they picked it up lately. No, I'm sorry. Philly. We rewind that back. I'm so sorry. Philly. So Philly, not the Mets. Okay, Philly. Right. So Philly offense is not where they want it to be right now. So let me really reiterate that. His outs can be in play here, but I'm just gonna lean back off of it. All right. 2.5 walks here. He's hit that number in 4 of his last 5 games. I mean, 5 of his last 6. That's concerning. Hits allowed, sitting at 5.5, and earned runs. They sitting at 3.5. So they expect him to give up some runs. Anytime his earned runs is at 3.5. 3.5. This game is fishy right here. I don't have a side in this one. I'm gonna just leave that shit alone. All right, 3.5 earned runs for Gray. I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Another game where I'm pretty much undecided, and it's going to be this Toronto Blue Jays and New York Mets game here. We got an over under 8.5, and like I said, the New York Mets, they offense have picked it up. They haven't been looking anemic like they've been looking, weeks ago. So they're looking a little better lately. Verlander needs to pick it up. Bassett is not somebody who I target, especially on the road. So we got an over under 8.5 in this one. One bet that I was looking at here. Outside of all the rest of the bats, like your Olsons and all that shit, I'm looking at Nemo. Okay, I'm looking at Nemo. Did I put him in my player pool here? I'm looking at Nemo, and I need to add him. Oh, there he is. Yeah. So he's Chris Bassett, he gives it up towards righties, man. So towards lefties. And here's one of the left-hand bats that stand out to me is going to be Nemo. He's probably going to be leading off. So hits all the way up to a home run. Maybe you might be able to find some value on the hits, runs, and RBI prop right here. Let's see. Hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's see. So let's see what we can get here. So for a hit, run, and RBI for Nemo, we can get it at, where the fuck is he at? Oh, a minus 145. So the books, they own it already. They already know. So number, he's a favorite. He's favored. He's favored to get that, to hit this. Okay. So even if you want to use this for a parlay piece, but a hit, I like him for a hit though. He can get in there, a hit, or however you want to look at it. At the end of the day, I was gonna say New York Mets are nothing in this spot, but I just don't. I don't want to. It's a lot of games I'm iffy on. Tampa Bay Rays and Boston Red Sox. We had the over under 9 in the spot. We had Glasnow on the mound. We got Boston Red Sox. We got Whitlock on the mound. If y'all tuned in yesterday, I told y'all this Boston Red Sox, their ass been anemic, but when they come home, it's something different. Okay, they different when they come home. All right, so they got Glasnow on the mound. Glasnow for Tampa Bay's got that shit. Okay, Glasnow's got that shit. This will be his second start. He started, but I don't know if he's got it all the way there. He's only pitched 1 game. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, that was versus the Dodgers. Okay, so he ended up giving up three runs to the Dodgers. He ended up giving up 3 runs to the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? So his K-pop sitting at 5.5. He did have 8 Ks versus the Dodgers. However, you couple that with the fact that let's see, Boston at home versus right-hand pitching is just different. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. They top, on the season, 5th in WRC plus. OPS, well, ISO, since I'm there. 5th in ISO. OPS, 3rd in OPS. On base percentage, all that shit. 4th in on base percentage. Striking out, they don't strike out much. They probably the worst. Yeah, they at the bottom of the strikeout right there. You know what I'm saying? Striking out versus right-hand pitching. So that's on the season. Even if I filter this probably to the last 30 days, we might still get the same results. Boston, 29th in striking out versus right-hand pitching. WRC plus. Let's see what they are last 30 days. Boston still number 5 WRC plus. So this is at home though. Okay, this is at home. All right. So like I said, Glass now is a good pitcher. He got that shit. Does he have it today though? Did he bring that shit with him today? We have to see. Whitlock on the other hand, did I have anything in my notes for Whitlock? Whitlock is a guy who's giving it up to lefties, righties, and the switch. All right, about an 800 OPS to lefties, righties, and the switch, and that doesn't bode well for a Tampa Bay team. I mean, that doesn't bode well for a Boston team. I could say, we got an over under 9 in here. One thing I can say about Tampa Bay, they on the road, they've been better at home than they have been on the road, especially as of late. All right. But do I think they can hit Whitlock? Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how I want to take it. I don't know how I want to tackle this game. If Glasnow's got his shit with him, Boston might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you can look at individual shit like Tampa Bay total team total. They sitting at 5. Boston team total sitting at 4. Boston, if you take the over for Tampa Bay, sitting at 5 right now, at plus 100 right there. And you can just, that's a collectively team bet. Over, just take the over. You can take the over 5 runs and be done with it and just don't give a fuck what happened. You're not rooting for one bat and none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can just take the over and just be done with it. Looking at some of these barrel rates and stuff like that for these guys. One of my favorite bats here is going to be probably going to be Yandy Diaz in this spot here. It is what it is. Barrel rates looks pretty good here. Devers, probably another one of the bats that I probably going to like here. I didn't put any of those guys in my player pool. Right now, that number is really, really inflated right now. That Glasnow barrel rate percentage is inflated, but Whitlock is giving up 11% barrel rate. That doesn't bode well for home runs. So, he can give up the home run ball and stuff like that. All right. Didn't go check his numbers or nothing like that. I'm really, really undecided in this game. Like I said, you see what happened yesterday. Boston was at home. They got up. They showed up offensively. Even if you think both of these teams going to score, is the number sitting at over under 9 right now, at a minus 120 favorite to the over. That should tell you something as well. I'm undecided in this game. Those are some looks that I was looking at, but I'm undecided in this game. Seattle Mariners and Texas Rangers, another game I'm undecided in. We got an over under 8 in this spot. I think Seattle got to grade one time. We can just go take a look if you wanted to. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me see what Garrett Whitlock. Right, so earned runs. He's given up 1 run, 5 to Milwaukee, 1 to LA, 5 to Tampa Bay. Keep in mind, the first game he pitched was versus Tampa Bay. He gave up 5 runs then. Then you couple it with the fact that you can't take this away from Tampa Bay. They had number 1 in on base percentage, WRC plus, all that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But back to where we were. Who was that? John Gray. Did he pitched against this Seattle team, right? Yeah. So Seattle got to him on the 8th of May. He gave up 8 runs that day. All right. Where they at? Okay, I think this is a neutral ballpark here. Seattle was a hit or was a pitcher's park. I don't know how I want to attack this game here. Seattle has shown the ability. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me reiterate that. He had 8 strikeouts versus them. How many earned runs did he give up? Okay, 1. That was at Seattle. Seattle is a pitcher's park. But I'm sorry. Let me regard that. Let me disregard that. They will strike out versus right-hand pitcher, which we know this already. We know Seattle will strike out versus right-hand pitcher. He did give him 8 Ks. Last game he pitched was Baltimore. He gave him 8 Ks. I'm undecided right now. Since he's seen Seattle has been hitting better. All right. The outs here sitting at 17.5. Don't know if I'll get there. The walks can be a problem. He's over 50% to this number on the walks here. So he didn't have no walks versus Seattle last time these two teams played. But they, as of right now, they're sitting right outside the top 10 and drawing walks. So that's one thing there. Hits allowed, sitting at 4.5. That's a low number. That's a low number. That's a low number there. Couldn't talk you off the over there. And the earned run sitting at 2.5. WRC plus versus right hand batting, pitching. Seattle is sitting at 16th there. All right, Luis Castillo, we know he's got that shit. Don't get it twisted. We know he's got that shit. They was at home in Seattle last time we seen these guys. He had 9 strikeouts versus them. So Gray was striking them out, and Castillo was striking them out. All right, I'm pretty much I don't know what to think here in this spot. Castillo coming off 2 great outings, man. I mean, 18 innings apiece, 8 and 10 Ks, and then he's hit 8 Ks or better in 2 of his last 3 games. I just don't know. I think it could be trappy, man. It could be trappy, man. It could be trappy. Texas looking to get back from that horrible loss they just took, the last game they played. It's trappy. I don't know where to go. And it's okay when you don't know. You don't have to force anything. You don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? So, they have that. Another game where I was pretty much undecided in was this Cleveland and Minnesota game. Cleveland lost their game yesterday, man, but their offense is looking like they've been turning around. So that's one thing they could probably hang their hats on, but I don't have much for this game here. What I will say is I'll go over some things with you guys, but I'm going to get right up off of it, all right? Savali, this is his third game pitching. Minnesota, number 1, striking out the most versus right-hand pitching here. Savali's strikeout proper sitting at 4.5. So I couldn't talk you off of that, okay? But it's not too much I can look into for Savali. This is his 3rd start here. Bailey Ober, on the other hand, this Cleveland team don't strike out much. All right, on the season they 28th versus right-hand pitching, but he did see Cleveland. All right. You seen Cleveland, he gave him 6 strikeouts. The strikeouts have been there for him. He's hit his prop and every game this year except for 2. It's only at a 4.5. The outs for him. He went 7 innings versus that Cleveland. The Cleveland team around that time was not hitting. Lately, Cleveland has been hitting. So that's one thing you can look at there. I forgot to add him to my player pool. That's who I liked. That's who I liked. I did have some interest in damn, what's my boy name? Let me go to him, all right? I did have some interest in Jose Ramirez, okay? So I like him from a hit all the way up to a home run or whatever you want to call it. But this right here, hits, runs, and RBI sitting at 1.5. Couldn't talk you off of that. But I don't know. Maybe I just take him for a hit or something. We do have an 8.5 over under here. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm gonna just, I'm gonna throw that out there. That's just some news you can use. Remember, this Minnesota team, this Minnesota team is number 1 in striking out versus right-hand pitching, okay? Let's keep it moving, okay? This game here is a crazy one right here. This is going to be a crazy game. You got Anderson on the mound. You got Lyles on the mound. We got an over-under 9.5. That's one thing, okay? Now, one thing I want to tell you about this Colorado team and Colorado pitching. When they're at home, you got to take into consideration that they playing in Coors Field, okay? Not today, but most of these pitchers' games, half of their games are going to be pitched at home, man. So Coors Field, what I'm getting at is Coors Field. Some of these numbers can be inflated for some of these batters and stuff like that. So you have to look at their splits, like lefties versus righties, because Coors Field, Great American Ballpark, those parks giving up big time runs. Okay, so let's dive into this here. So let's look at let's just go to the pitcher that's ass. Let's go to Lyles right off the back, okay? Lyles is ass, all right? 4.5 strikeout prop here. I don't want to touch it, tell you the truth. He might be able to get there, but I just don't want to touch it. His out sitting at 17.5. Even the garbage can gets a steak. He's hit this number 4 out of 11 games there. It's a possibility they could probably hit it. I'm not fucking with it. His walks have been terrible. All right. So his walks in at 1.5. It's at a parlay piece right now. He's hit this number 8 out of 11 times right there. So, there you have that. He has the ability to walk people. Hits allowed 5.5. His props in at 5.5. Don't know if I want to get there or not. Earned runs, he's giving up 4 runs. His earned run prop is sitting at 2.5 right now. He's giving up 4 runs or better in every game except for 2. Who's that? Quattro? What's happening, Quattro? You taking the Colorado money line? Fuck it. I feel you. I'm going over this shit right now. So, but the fucking books, man. I'm telling you, man, something fishy today, man. But it is what it is. I got my favorite bat. I'm gonna give you my favorite bat though. So they have that. Jordan Lyles is giving up runs. Okay, he's giving up runs. He's giving up runs. Chase Anderson, on the other hand, he's only pitched what? He's pitched. This will be his 6th game pitched. Okay, now look, this goes back to what I was just telling you guys. Cincinnati, Miami, and New York Mets at home. He went 17 to 15 innings at home. That's okay. The Mets bats were probably anemic. I don't know what the fuck was going on with the Miami game. He still got there though. Earned runs when it came to that, he's been okay. He's been pitching okay. I mean, 2 earned runs, 1 earned run. He's been pitching okay. Outs, like I said, walks. Only, he only given up more than 1 walk once this season. I mean. And then his strikeout line probably sitting at 3.5. Kansas City is number 5 in striking out versus right-hand pitching. So he mustered up 4. Listen, he mustered up 4 Ks versus the Mets at home. So this motherfucker been pitching okay. Can he sustain it today? I don't know, man. But I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm gonna just go to my favorite bat here. All right. So my favorite bat here is going to be McMahon here. All right. So McMahon has been on one. All right. Facing Jordan Lyles. Jordan Lyles giving up a 900 OPS to lefties and righties. McMahon almost a 900 OPS to righties there. If you want to look at, barrel rate and stuff like that, he's holding the highest barrel rate on the team right now. On his respective team. I took him for a home run 2 games ago. He got there. I took him for hits, runs, and RBI yesterday. He got there. So I mean, right now, looking at his barrel rate is at 13.7%. I like that. And the red, anything at red is good. And then you take a look at the barrel percent for Jordan Lyles. He's sitting at 12.4. That means he's giving it up. You know what I'm saying? So that means he's giving it up. Now, on the other side here, guys I couldn't talk you off of here, it's going to be Salvador Perez and Vinny Pasquantino. Couldn't talk you off of these 2 guys. Expected batting average 278, 290. What else? Salvi, we know he's got that good barrel. We know he can go deep on a motherfucker, whatever the case may be with that. But, I probably look at, if I'm taking a home run, it'll probably be Salvi. If I'm taking a hit, it'll probably be Vinny. You know what I'm saying? So there you have that. Now, we have an over-under 9.5 in that one here. So, it is what it is, man. Oh, my other bat that I have in there for this game, I'm going to tell you the 4 bats that I got for this game is going to be Diaz. Diaz, another guy. He's 900 OPS versus right-hand pitching. And Lyles is giving up a 900 OPS towards right-hand batters. So Diaz, Pasquantino, McMahon, and Salvi Perez. My home run candidates here. My hits, runs, and RBI candidate would be McMahon. Home run candidate would be Salvi and McMahon. And hits would be Pasquantino and Diaz. Diaz, I couldn't talk you off none of these guys for hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay, so those are the guys that I got in my player pool right there for this game. I'm gonna like if you got it over under 9.5, I'm gonna like some bats. Okay, all right. Now let's take a quick look at what are we going to get for these guys here. This is just hits on runs and RBIs there. So I mean, Alexis Diaz is a 1.5 at minus 130. That's a good number there for me. McMahon minus 125. That's a good number right there. Salvi, his numbers are favored at more, minus 150. Vinny Pasquantino, his numbers are favored at more, and a minus 140. Okay, so hey, it is what it is. Even somebody like Charlie Blackmon at minus 130. I'm just throwing this out there. Those are just some options I'm just throwing out there. Okay. Los Angeles Angels at Houston Astros here. We got over under 7.5 in this spot. We got Ohtani on the mound. We got Valdez on the mound. And Angels have shown the ability to hit lefties well. So Valdez got that K stuff. Ohtani's got that K stuff. I might do something like I did yesterday. I showed you guys with Chris Sale and what's the kid's name? My boy, Hunter Green. Might do something. Might try to muster up a strikeout prop parlay or something like that. But this game here, I don't know. Ohtani is 4-2 versus his team. I want to say he's pitched okay versus his team. His strikeout prop's in at 7.5. He just missed it on the hook at 7 last time these two teams played. So I don't know, man. His walks prop sitting at 1.5. It's a parlay piece. He's hit this number in every game except for 2, including once against Houston. So if you want to use that at a minus 198 for a parlay piece, he's going to be out there. Hits only sitting at 4.5. I don't know if I want to get there or not, though. It's doable. And his walks, if he gets in the groove and he's pitching a lot of innings, he had 3 walks versus his team. He had 3 walks versus his team. Houston right outside the ninth, right at 19th and drawing walks right now. So, I'm sorry, this ain't walks, this earned runs. Earned runs 1.5. I couldn't talk you off that for any pitcher. Any pitcher that's in play for any pitcher. If you ask me, 1.5 runs and minus 155 is in play for any pitcher in the MLB. All right, that's how I look at it. But the walks, where was we at the walks? 1.5. Yeah, he still had 2 walks versus Houston. So, hey, the K's, be my guest. If you want to get there, go ahead. If you don't, I can see why not. Valdez, LA, they sitting 17th in striking out versus left-hand pitching. He had 12 Ks versus LA last time these teams played. He's averaging 7 Ks on the season. Last 10 games, 7.3. Last 5, he's averaging 8 Ks. And versus LA, he had 12 Ks last time these two teams played. The outs for him has been pretty. He's been pretty good. He's the outs sitting at 18.5 at a minus 110. He's over this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 6 of 11, over 50% to that number, including going 8 innings versus versus the Angels last time these two teams played. But hey, right now, like I said, the Angels showing the ability to hit left-hand pitching. They 4th in WRC plus. Maybe they got revenge on their heart. So you can look at that. I probably won't be looking at his walks or nothing like that. Hits allowed, interesting, but I probably won't be going there. Earned runs. He's been pitching good, man. So I probably wouldn't take the under cage for him sitting at 6.5. I probably wouldn't take the under here. Like I said, with these two guys, I'll probably mix and match some Ks up, get to some plus money, and just get out of there. Maybe let's see. I wonder what 6 and 6 Ks will get me. Or 6 and 5 or something like that. Let's see. If I can get the plus money, minus 110, something like that, then I'm pretty cool. Let me see. Valdez, 6 Ks for him is a plus. I know what I would do. I would do something. What first thing I would do here, if I'm on FanDuel, if I'm trying to get the plus money here, I like this game for a no runs first inning today, but I would go under 1.5 runs for the first inning. Bam. That's scary though. That's scary versus these two types of teams. I probably go under first inning, under 1.5 runs. I might go. I don't know. What do we got here for Ohtani? 6 strikeouts for Ohtani. And can we go 5 strikeouts at a -119? See, I'm cool. I'm not greedy. I'm cool with that. 6 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts, under 1.5 runs. I ain't playing it. I ain't saying I'm playing it right now, but I'm cool with that. If you cool with that, I'm kind of cool with that. All right. That's just how I do things. I do things differently on different books, but that's just how I do things. I don't have a side in this one here. This is a tricky ass game for me. A lot of tricky games for me in this on this slate. Moving along here to the Detroit Tigers and Chicago White Sox. I don't have nothing for that game. Atlanta Braves and Diamondbacks. Another fishy ass game right here. It's crazy. But I was looking at. I can tell you how well these pitchers been doing. Okay, so Charlie Morton. All right, Charlie Morton, his strikeout prop sitting at 5.5 right now. I'm looking at the strikeout props here, and then you got Merrill Kelly, who's been phenomenal. His strikeout prop is sitting at 5.5. All right, these guys strikeout percentages and stuff like that. I usually go to Fangraphs for this, but let me just look over here. These numbers, sometimes these numbers are off a little bit, but Merrill Kelly is sitting at a 23% strikeout rate, 21% to lefties, but 25% versus righties. He's gonna need every bit of that 25% versus Arizona, versus Atlanta. And then Morton, 27% K rate. I have to go back and recheck that one there because I don't think that's accurate. It could be, but I don't think that's accurate. 27 towards lefties and 26 towards righties. Okay. This I don't normally target this Arizona team for strikeouts. They don't strike out that much, if you ask me. So Charlie Morton, the strikeouts for the Arizona right now on the season, they're striking out 30th, number 30th in the league. He hasn't faced this team yet. 5.5 strikeouts. He's been pretty good to this number. The old man's been pretty good to this number. He's 6-10 to this number. I don't know if I want to get that, but for the simple fact that this Arizona team has been hitting right-hand pitching pretty good as of late. They're number 6 in WRC plus right now. So I don't know if I want to go there. So I don't want to know if I want to go fucking around with them. And then Charlie Morton giving up walks and stuff like that. His hits around sitting at 5.5. He's giving up hits. He's hit this number in every single game except for 3. I don't know. All right. So I don't know if I want to go fucking around with these people like that. All right. Now, on the other side here, you got Merrill Kelly, who's been phenomenal. But looking at the matchups, now he went out there and got 10 Ks versus Washington. That was damn impressive there. Now he got 10 Ks versus Boston, which Boston was on the road. They wasn't at home. Pittsburgh got to him. He only gave him 4 Ks. Oakland, we know Oakland trash, and we know Minnesota will strike out. Miami will strike out versus right-hand pitching as well as San Diego. And so I don't know. But, hey, I got to give them credit when credit is due. Now, Atlanta, another team that will strike out versus right-hand pitching. They right outside the top 10 at number 13. Atlanta owe us some money. Owe a lot of people some money for that weak-ass series against Oakland. I don't know what bats. This is a dangerous-ass lineup. I don't know what bats you'll see. What bats you'll see for Atlanta, but trust and believe. They shown flashes, so in the out situation here, like I said, Merrill Kelly, I can't take nothing from him either. So it's kind of fishy right here. I would say I wouldn't take the under for Merrill Kelly strikeouts, but I say this, it'll probably be an over for me or a fade. But I'm scared to target him. You know what I'm saying? Because this Atlanta team, they ready to explode at any given minute. Now versus right-hand pitching from the Atlanta side, I've always targeted Olsen and Acuna. Those are my two favorite bats from Atlanta to target from the right side. So those are my guys right there. I probably won't be going to them. On the flip side, I'm looking at Corbin Carroll. His numbers, I didn't put him in my fantasy pool, but his numbers do grade out well for me. versus right-hand pitching. So I couldn't talk you off a hit or something like that for Corbin Carroll. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot. That's what's throwing me off. We got an over under 9.5 in this spot, and both of these pitchers have been pitching kind of okay. All right. So let me look at the earned runs category. I mean, Charlie Moore, he's given up more than 2 runs 3 times this season. WRC plus versus right-hand pitching, Arizona, number 6. That's good. Merrill Kelly, he's given up more than 2 runs 4 times this season. WRC plus Atlanta versus right-hand pitching is, they 17th on the season. So I'm for some reason, Vegas expect some runs being put up here. When the totals get this high, I don't normally pick sides. I'm telling you that right now. Chicago Cubs at San Diego Padres, and Chicago. We got Italian on the mound. I call him Italian beef. Italian beef on the mound, and Waka on the mound. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot, and right off the back, I like to target left-hand batters versus Italian beef. Okay, so here we go. I got a book. We got over under 8.5 in there. I got 2 bats. Let me see. Hold up. What's up, Christopher Williams? How you doing? Man, I should have stayed. Man, only God, man. So look, I had a motherfucking they gave us that $300 bet, you know what I'm saying? That win or lose. So okay, you got to get a plus 400, whatever you call it. Anyway, you got to get a plus 400, parlay. You know what I'm saying? SGP plus, whatever the case may be, Chris. So I everybody on there, it's like a 7-leg. I got a 7-legger. You know what I'm saying? I'm pinching here and there. Man, everybody hit except for this man. I had him for fucking 4Ks, man. And he hit 3, man. And I'm crying about him all game. I'm like, I'm crying and shit. That was wild, man. That was wild. But yeah, for sure, man. It is what it took him 3-4 innings to even get a K. I chalked that shit up. Z's, what's happening, Z's? You took Austin Riley, he's due. Yeah, man, that's my guy, man. Austin Riley, he's due, man. He is due. Sean Murphy, he hits right as well. Olsen hits right as well, and like I said, Acuna hits right as well. You know what I'm saying? With this 9.5, what's the team totals? Let's see what the team totals is real quick. Let's see what the team total is. Team total for Atlanta Braves, 4.5. D-backs, 4.5. Interesting like a mug. That shit don't equal 9.5, 10.5. I mean 9.5. That equals 9. We got a 9.5 run total here. It is what it is, though. It is what it is, though. Yeah. So, I might bet something live here. I mean, you get good numbers for both teams. Minus 120, I couldn't talk off of that. Plus 102, I couldn't talk off of that. On the Arizona side, the only bat that really, really I liked was Corbin Carroll. Shout out to Corbin Carroll yesterday, man. Getting there, hitting my 4-leg same game parlay. Hit parlay for that team. For that game. But let's get off this game. Let's go to the next game here. All right. I was on the Cubs. Okay, so here it is. Italian beef. We got Italian beef on the mound. Waka been pitching good, okay? So right off the back, let's go back here. James Italian, earned runs. He's given up 3 earned runs or more in every game except for 1. All right. Strikeout props here. San Diego will strike out. Italian beef. He's been trash. He's been trash like a motherfucker. However, his strikeout prop is 3.5. San Diego shown the ability to strike out. All right, they shown the ability to strike out. seventh striking out versus right-hand pitching on the season. I haven't checked lately and none of that shit, so don't ask me. All right. Now, his outs line projected right now at 12.5. We know that's not coming out at 12.5. I don't know what it is right now. So I don't know what his outline is. And then walks, hits allowed is where it's getting disturbing at. All right. So he's allowed 4.5. He's allowed 4.5 hits in every game except for 2. Okay. So I'm tempted. I ain't gonna say I'm tempted. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to sprinkle something on this. Take the over 4.5. I'm probably gonna have to sprinkle something on it. I know the WRC plus is 22nd, versus right-hand pitching, but gotta wait to see what this lineup is. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all. Wait to see what the lineup is here. I'm gonna tell you. I get my favorite bat. My first. He's tied for first home run prop today. Favorite here is gonna be Juan Soto. Italian beef, James Italian, 1.187 OPS versus lefties, and Juan Soto, his OPS is over 1,000 versus righties. So Italian beef, he's giving it up, to lefties. So I expect the San Diego team to roll out some lefties today. Guys like who they got over there? They got some old lefties over there too, man. But I expect them to roll out some lefties today, man. And we'll see. About the hit prop. But give me Soto. Soto numbers, like I wrote that shit down. Soto, what is he? Soto's been hitting lefties well, number one. And like I said, that match has, been okay. Let's see. Italian versus left-hand pitching. He's got a 11.7 barrel rate. That's not good overall. 5 home runs, 4 of them to left-hand batters. Soto is a lefty. The earned runs for him have been disturbing. I just showed you guys that. Soto, on the other hand, 1.187 OPS versus left-hand pitching. 10 home runs. Versus right-hand pitching. 10 home runs. 8 of his home runs came versus righties. 296 batting average, 185 WRC plus for Soto. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hits all the way up to a home run for him. Got over under 8.5 in the spot. It is what it is. My second bat that I got in my player pool is none other than Ian Happ. Michael Walker, he will give it up to switches. We'll see. He's 4 for 13 with 3 home runs. So damn near all he does versus him is hit home runs. So we'll see. We'll see. His OPS versus right-hand pitching is 827. So, Hap could be Hap is a home run candidate today when it all said and done. All right. 3 home runs versus Walker. All right. As far as the side in this one here, shit, I don't know. Undecided. New York Yankees at Los Angeles Dodgers here. Got an over under 8 in the spot. Severino on the mound. Kershaw on the mound. I get a bats lean towards San Diego. The pitching lean towards the Dodgers here. What a game, man. Hey, it should be a nice game to watch. I get a bats lean to the Dodgers as well, man. I couldn't talk you off anything. Severino, was this his 3rd game back? We know Severino is pretty good, man. So this will be his 3rd game back. First game versus San Diego, he went 20. He almost went 7 there. The Ks, he got 5 Ks in both games. The problem with this here is this Dodgers here. The Dodgers, they second in WRC plus versus right-hand pitching. So, man, top bat for the Dodgers here is going to be JD for me, probably JD. These bats grade out well. JD, Freeman, Muncy, Will Smith, those guys hit righties really, really well. Did I have any of these guys in my player pool? JD, I did have JD in there. 9.79 OPS versus righty. Did I put Will Smith in there? No. Oh, yes, I did. OPS 920 versus righty. So we'll see. We'll see. As far as the K prop though, my guy, Clay Kershaw, his prop is sitting at a 6.5. New York versus left-hand pitching. K percentage. They 13th in striking out versus left-hand pitching there. All right, right outside the top 10. Let's see. 6.5 Ks, not out of realm possibility. He's over 50% to this number on the season. If you want to bring it down to 6 Ks, he's probably about 70% to that number, 75% to that number, just for a solid 6 Ks. Why I say that is probably because you might be able to get a player performance double at 6 Ks in a win. You might be able to get that if you want to target that. I'm not throwing that out there. I'm just saying if you want to target that, you might be able to get 6 Ks in a win for Kershaw. Okay, Kershaw's player performance double starting off at plus 170. So we'll have to probably, as for 7 Ks, we'll probably have to manually build that out and see where we can get. 6 Ks at a minus 265 is not bad. I mean, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but, not bad when you parlaying it up with a money line. You could probably still get plus money there, which you can. 6 Ks in a win at plus 111, all right? So even if they don't give it to you, go in there and find a way to make it, okay? Because they started his player performance doubles off at 7 Ks, okay? 7 Ks in the win. Kershaw at plus 170. So you can go in there and manually build a 6 Ks in the win for plus 111. That's if you want to. That's if you want to. I'm not throwing that shit on nobody because I didn't really look at it like that. All right. There's a possibility that this could be a no runs first inning candidate here, and you can get that at where can we get that for? You can get the tie at minus 140, and you can get the minus 128 for the Nerfy there. All right, I got a little while to think about that, but I'm interested. I'm interested in it. Kind of. All right, it's just Mookie come out there, bam, lead off home run, your ass dead. Judge, you know what? I'm gonna fall off. I'm not gonna bet that. I won't bet the Nerfy. Not with Judge out there. No, sir. No, sir. But hey, I've come to the conclusion that I'll take the Dodgers on the money line. I'll take the Dodgers on the money line. And I'll find a way to try to get some of that juice off, a little bit of that juice off. If I can get it down to a minus 120 or some shit, that'll be good. I like the Dodgers on the money line here. Last game on the docket here is going to be the Baltimore Orioles, San Francisco Giants. Over under 8 in this spot. We got Creamer on the mound. We got Webb on the mound. Okay, Webb has been okay. All right, Creamer is the guy who I'm worried about. The creme de la creme. All right, so San Francisco. We go through this shit every day. All right, so they striking out. They number 3 on the season striking out. However, they number 5 in WRC plus. You know what I'm saying? So they've been hitting right hand pitching. All right. Not a big fan of Creamer here. I'm not a big fan of Creamer, however you want to call him. Hits, giving up this last in that 5.5, he's shown the ability to hit that. Walks. Been a problem for him. 1.5 at a parlay piece. San Francisco is number 8 in drawing walks on the season. So he's 7-11 to that number, to the 1.5 walks there. I don't normally bet walks all the time, but I have to point them out. And there you have that. On the flip side, Logan Webb has been looking pretty good lately. Now Baltimore, they have stricken out here and there. But they 23%, to the strikeout prop there. I think they might strike out a little bit more on the road. Let me run a check on that real fast. On the road, let's see. On right-hand pitching away on the season. Let's see where Baltimore lies. Baltimore, number 4 Okay. Baltimore, number 4 on the, nope, I'm sorry, that's WRC plus. K percentage. Baltimore. 22 versus right hand pitching on the road. But wait a minute. Wait. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anywhere it go, Logan Webb been on 1. All right. You can see he's hit this number in every game except for 3. His strikeout prop, outs prop has been outstanding. Look at all this here, man. Look at that, man. That's nice. That's very nice. He's went over 6 innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of his last 8 games. His innings prop is at 18.5 at a -102. That's probably a +102. So, I don't normally go over 17.5, but man, he's been looking good, man. He's been looking good. Been okay in the walk department. Hits allowed. Anytime you stay out there for a long time, you're gonna give up some hits. His per hit prop is sitting at 6.5. I could never take that. And then the earned runs. He's been very phenomenal his last 7 games. The first 4 games came out, shaky with them 4-run hits, and that's not bad. 4 hits. Then he just went on a tear. So he's been on a tear as of late. All right. He's been on tear as of late. Baltimore, WRC plus. They're sitting at 12. They're sitting right outside the top 10. I don't have any Baltimore bats. They did not make my pool. I got a couple bats from this from this side. Yeah, though. I'm looking at Mike. I don't want to put his name, Yastrzemski, and I was looking at Lamonte Wade. All right. Lamonte Wade. So with Kramer, he's giving up a 900, almost 1,000 OPS to left-hand batter. So you want to target the lefties versus Kramer. So Lamonte Wade Jr., he's 900 OPS versus righties, and Mike, he's a 900 OPS, 875 OPS versus right-hand pitching. Those are 2 of my favorite bats right there. Couldn't talk you off hits or nothing for these guys. Wait till the lineups come out to see if these guys are in the lineup. I wouldn't mind making a hit parlay with those 2 guys right there. Okay. As far as the side in this one here, small. I'm leaving it at a small lean towards San Francisco right now. But I want to do a little bit more digging here. I was looking. I didn't even get a chance to see who I would like to target. And let me see something. Yeah. Let's see something. I don't know. I get a picture lean towards San Francisco. A few bats. Couple that with the fact that San Francisco hits right-hand pitching really, really good. I couldn't talk you off the Giants here. So I'm going to lean towards the Giants right now. Nothing official. That'll end it. Kramer, he's got a 10.8 barrel percentage. So you could look at some home runs there for some of the usual suspects. J.D. Davis. We got to see who's in the lineup. Confronto, but, he hits lefties well. But Mike got a 10% barrel rate. And Lamonte Wade got a 10% barrel weight. So those 2 guys in my player pool can probably go boom today. All right. With that being said, guys, peace out, man. That was a whole hour. But hey, we talked about it. Peace.